Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me today because we are diving into a role that is quietly, but quite literally, powering the green energy sector right now. When we think of renewable energy, we usually picture engineers scaling rooftops or maybe slick salespeople closing these massive deals. But today, we're shining a light on the absolute bedrock of the entire operation. We're going to explore a highly practical, surprisingly dynamic career path, the Solar Sales Support Administrator. So let's jump right into this and see exactly what makes this role so vital to our future. Get this, the UK solar industry is officially set to double in size by the year 2030. Double. That is a colossal surge in demand, installation, and infrastructure. It represents a massive scale of opportunity. But a boom of this magnitude? It doesn't just happen by magic. It requires immense coordination, flawless communication, and razor-sharp administration just to keep the wheels from falling off. And that brings us to the very people who make this incredible growth possible. Section 1. Powering the UK Solar Boom. Think of this role as the true engine room of the industry, because behind every shiny new solar panel gleaming on a roof, and behind every triumphant sales team celebrating a record month, there is a rigorously organized individual making sure the reality actually matches the promise. A solar sales support administrator is the professional who ensures the customer journey runs smoothly from start to finish. They make absolutely certain that quotes are accurate, records are incredibly tidy, and most importantly, that customers feel properly informed. It is their sole mission to guarantee that nothing, and I mean nothing, falls through the gaps. If you've got a highly tuned administrative skill set and a real eye for detail, well, consider this validation that your skills are the vital backbone of the entire renewable energy boom. Moving on to Section 2. A day in the life. Let's step away from the abstract assumptions for a second and look at the boots-on-the-ground reality from the very moment you log on in the morning. Let's walk through the customer journey straight from the administrator's perspective. It's all about forward momentum. First up, you update customer records and the CRMs. That's the customer relationship management systems. Next, you're preparing and tidying up the quotations and proposals. Then you're straight on to booking calls and physical surveys. And finally, you organize the essential contracts and handover documents. It's a constant rhythm. Update, prepare, book, organize. It is a busy, fast-paced flow that keeps the entire sales pipeline moving smoothly. You are essentially the conductor of this fast-moving orchestra. The really crucial point here is the absolute necessity of being highly organized. Down to the granular detail, you have to check what information is missing before a quote can even go out the door. You're constantly following up with both customers and your own sales staff. You must record flawlessly clear notes after every single call and email. And above all, you have to keep those sales trackers entirely accurate and up to date. Making sure every little detail is sorted out properly is exactly what prevents costly delays and keeps the customers happy. Section 3. The rough and the smooth. Now, I believe in radical honesty when looking at any career path. Let's be real, every single vital job out there has its tedious moments right alongside the triumphs. So let's unpack the daily grind versus the brilliant rewards. On one side, we have the rough. We're talking about the repetitive grind, drafting those same repeated emails over and over, painstakingly checking names, dates, and attachments. Actually, scratch that. It's not just checking, it's constantly chasing down the very same missing details multiple times and constantly moving information between different software systems. It can definitely be frustrating. But contrast that with the smooth. This is where you get to genuinely help overwhelmed customers feel clear and completely at ease. You're actively accelerating your sales team, watching them succeed directly because of your groundwork. And wonderfully, you get to work in the very heart of renewable energy, making a positive impact on the planet, all without ever needing to put on a hard hat or step foot on a muddy building site. It really is deeply rewarding human work. Section 4. AI, your secret weapon. Okay, so we've reached a major turning point in this explainer. If you were dreading those repetitive tasks we just discussed, I have some brilliant news. Artificial intelligence is the modern administrator's absolute best friend. Think about it like this. Before AI, you were staring at a blank screen. With AI, you've got welcome and follow-up emails drafted in seconds. Before, you had messy call notes. Now, AI turns them into crystal clear action lists. Those incredibly long, confusing message threads? Boom, instant summaries. Complex technical wording from the engineers is effortlessly rewritten into plainer English for the customer. And when it comes to planning the next stage of the journey, AI just automatically generates your checklists. It is a real game changer that effortlessly makes the job more efficient every single day, leaving you to focus on the human connections that actually matter. Section 5. Is this role for you? All right, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Now I want to pivot directly to you. Could you picture yourself stepping confidently into this booming career? Because your existing skills might be exactly what the sector is crying out for right now. Ideal backgrounds include customer service, general administration, client onboarding, or any kind of sales support. And the traits they value above all else? Being organized, calm, and patient. But here is the absolute best part. You need 0 electrical qualifications to start. None. No way. To put that into perspective, you don't need to know a single thing about electrical engineering, voltages, or panel wiring to get your foot in the door. You bring the organization and they will teach you the product. So I want to leave you with this provocative final thought. Are you ready to power up your career? The UK solar industry is doubling. The demand for highly organized, calm, and supportive professionals has literally never been higher. This is a massive opportunity to take your excellent administrative skills into a rewarding sector that is genuinely changing the world for the better.
If this explainer has sparked your curiosity and you want to take the next step, the path forward is incredibly simple. Just ask LELAIL to start the Solar Sales Support Administrator Taster course. It's a brilliant voice-first interactive taster to get you going. And if you want the full course, complete with a professional completion certificate, it's available right now in over 100 languages over at LELAIL.com. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this fantastic role, and I highly encourage you to go check out that taster course today.